Honestly, as a space enthusiast, I'm always eager to learn about recent rocket launches as well as history of space industry. And this recent launch is a perfect excuse to talk about history of Soviet lunar missions, resurgence of Russian lunar program, and specifically recent launch of Luna 25. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
The Soviet lunar program spanned 1959 to 1976. Each of those missions was called Luna, which is Russian word for moon. There's a lot of cool details about this space program that I've begun to learn about, but I want to highlight just a few. Luna number 2 was launched in 1959 and was the first spacecraft that collided with the surface of the moon. Luna 3, which was launched just a few months later, obtained a very first image of dark side of the moon. After several other missions, Luna 17 was the first mission that carried a lunar rover, or lunokhod, to the surface and conducted science experiments like studying chemical composition of regolith. These missions were absolutely essential for our collective understanding of the moon, its surface and chemical composition. Despite early wins and many successful Luna missions, including sample return missions like Luna 20 and 24, the program eventually stopped. This was due in fact to advances in human lunar missions like Apollo program and launch delays and failures of the N-1 rocket that was supposed to carry Russian cosmonauts to the moon. In recent years, however, Russia restarted their lunar program and announced multiple missions that will be launched over the next several years. These include Luna 25 through 28. And the overarching goal of these missions is to explore south pole of the moon and test various launching landing systems that will be required for first human mission by the Russian lunar program. So as I mentioned in the beginning, Luna 25 was just launched from Vostochny Cosmodrome in the Amur region in Russia, and it is currently en route to the moon as of making of this video. The rocket that used to launch this spacecraft is Soyuz 2.1b, a 4-stage rocket similar to many other Soyuz rockets that are routinely used to carry cosmonauts to the International Space Station. If you ever want to learn more about Soviet and Russian rockets, I strongly advise you to watch Tim Dodd's video where he covers entire Soviet rocket family in much greater detail. So after launch, all stages have separated nominally and it should take about 4.5 days to reach the moon and land on the South Pole. And the key determinant for the landing zone was the presence of significant amount of water ice and a location with the ability to contact Earth at least intermittently. If you can imagine, the poles are more difficult to communicate from as compared to equator where previous lunar missions were landed. So I'm excited to monitor the progress of this mission and keep you up to date with any recent developments. Space exploration brings all of us together, and it's truly amazing to see the advances in what humanity is able to do on the lower Earth orbit or on the moon and also on Mars. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And by the way, did you know that India just launched its own lunar mission? So stay tuned for my next video that will compare the Luna 25 and Chandrayaan-3 mission that was recently launched by the Indian Space Research Exploration Agency. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.